I try to use the experiences I had in the NFL as a learning experience. I try to help kids along, and when the kids figure out, it's funny. Sometimes I forget what I did, but like when kids figure out what I did, they become like kind of starstruck. They're kind of like, "Coach, you did what?" My NFL experience is just, again, a jumping off point, a bridge that, now spans across the gap of coaching, teaching. I didn't have a reasonable expectation to play football in the NFL. John Regan of the North Carolina State Wolfpack came into my 11th grade physics class with a deep Southern accent and pulled me out of the class. Is Matt Tarullo here? I'll never forget it. Every kid in the class, did one of those movie story moments where everyone looks at you, and I thought I was in trouble. He pulled me out in the hallway, offered me a full scholarship right there on the spot. Okay, I wasn't a big contract guy, but I made it to the Dallas Cowboys roster. I was a second-year player, and Tony Romo and I were in this giant Dallas-sized hot tub in the locker room. They have this training area where you have this like giant, literally it's like a pool, a swimming pool, but it's a hot tub, and it has a giant star in the middle where all the bubbles come out of. And me and Tony were sitting there talking. In comes 65-year-old Bill Parcells with no clothes on, so you're initially like, okay, like here we go. Hi, Coach, how you doing? And this guy's a legend, so you're already kind of awkward. And he gets in the hot tub and he just starts talking to us about what his first head coaching experience was like. And he tells us the story of he got the head coaching job when he was 30 some odd years old with the Giants. And after accepting the job, Bill Parcells went home and he told his mother that he was the new head coach of the New York Giants. And his mother's basically off the boat from Italy, no idea what football is. She looks at him square in the face and says, "Why don't you be like your brother, be a banker?" And I was like, totally like, oh my God, that's crazy. I can't believe that, So it's like, it's a generational thing. It's a cool story because that's what Bill did. Bill kind of softened you up and he made you into a friend, and that's why guys would die for him, because he knew what buttons to push, he knew what stories to tell, and he knew what stories not to tell. Coach Parcells initiated a fine system for every fight, because I got so many fights in preseason that he had to initiate a fine system, and I didn't make a lot of money when I played. Every fight you would get in, it would cost you $1,000. So, but if you started it cost you $1,000. If you finished it, you would actually make money. So I would egg guys on until they got in fights with me, and then I would beat the crap out of them and make money on the deal. People don't realize that about 60 to 70% of that league is fluid. People move every week, every day. There's trading and cuts and injuries, and it's a very vicious lifestyle. And if you don't manage yourself and you don't have good priorities, it's easy to get sucked into drugs and alcohol and the wrong lifestyle. The best thing I could tell people is just to surround yourself with good people, because people are like they're buttons on an elevator. Some take you up, some take you down.